What is going on, YouTube? Just helping you out here. And for today's video, I will be unboxing the Sony HDR-CX405 Handycam. As always, I'm going to get started with the information provided on the packaging. In this case, we have a pretty standard box with 2 languages. Not really any bells and whistles, just graphics and information. On the top, we have the product with a few graphics, and a box in the bottom left corner that says you can get an additional battery as an optional accessory. On the bottom of the box, you are told what accessories are supplied in the box without any additional purchases. On one long panel, we have some specs of the camera, including a 9.2 megapixel still image recording, 60x clear image zoom, 26.8mm wide angle lens, 50 megabit per second high bitrate, and MP4 dual video recording. Moving to the left, we have a few features of the camera, including optical steady shot, intelligent active mode, a highlight movie maker, motion shot video, and a wide angle lens. On the back panel, we are given the total recording time, given a full battery and default settings. So you can see right there, 115 minutes, so almost 2 hours. And on the last panel, we have more optional accessories, including a bag, which I have right there. This came as part of a deal at the place that I purchased this. Basically, the deal was if you bought the camera, you got the bag with it. And the other optional accessory is a tripod. The color of the camera you purchase is also down here in the corner. And all around the box are companies and features that are incorporated into the camera. So just to talk a little bit about this bag, so it has a big handle, it's wrapped up here, but this is a handle that you could put around your shoulder, and it also has a smaller handle right here, so you could just hold it in your hand just like this. So you have 2 methods of holding it. It's secured with a clip, and when you undo that, you see we have a zipper, and if I open that up, we have 2 big pouches. The divider is held in by Velcro, so it can be removed or oriented in any way you like in order to make whatever size sections you want. That in there is just a tag, and then this is a little packet of information about the bag. We also have 2 side pouches, so one here, a mesh pouch, and another mesh pouch over here. And then lastly, we have a small front pocket here, so you could put small stuff in here, such as a lens cap, a battery, and right here there's a little slot for an SD card. And then if you look on this tag, it kind of gives you suggestions as to where you can place certain things from your camera and other accessories. So now to the actual camera itself. The flaps have cautionary information that tell you not to remove the battery or SD card while recording with the camera. And the first thing we have here is some paperwork. One is about the warranty, some is about how to use the camera, a manual, and other information about Sony or the camera itself. On this panel we also have some more additional information. So starting in this corner right here, this is your battery for the camera. Jumping into the middle here, we have a typical wall outlet adapter. We have an adapter that can be used to charge the camera. We have an HDMI cable. And finally we have the camera itself, which is nicely wrapped in a little package here. This is actually extremely light. Alright, so starting with the front here, we have our wide angle lens, and then you can open and close with this slider right here. Now moving on to the top. This slider can be used to zoom in and out. Here you have a button to take a photo. On the back here we have our record button. And on the bottom you can see we have a hole to stabilize the camera with a pin on a tripod. We have the actual hole that a universal tripod can screw into. Here we have a little panel that can slide off, and it's attached by a little piece here, but this is where your battery goes. And then on this side here we have an adjustable strap so you can stick your hand in and hold the camera. And right here, this is actually the charger. It is tucked away, so there's actually a little slot that it goes into here, and you can pull it out and you can plug it into the wall to charge it. The strap can also be removed if you would like. Right here we have a power and charge indicator light. And then here, you can pull this flap up. This is a multi-port which can be used for many different purposes, including data transfer from the camera to a computer. And then moving on to the actual flap itself. So if you open this up, this is your typical screen that you can use to see what the camera is seeing. You can also rotate the screen 180 degrees in case you are in front of the camera and you would still like to see what the camera is seeing. Over here we have a little joystick and a button to view your recent videos or pictures. And then on this panel here, if you flip this down, on the left we have an HDMI port, and right next to that we have a little slot for a micro SD card. Just above that we have a speaker which is used for playback audio, and next to that there is a little pad to pad the screen when it is shut. So overall we have the box itself, we have the additional bag. Note this does not usually come with the camera, I just happened to get a deal of where I purchased it. We have our manual and other information. Here we have a battery which did come with the camera, but you can get an additional one if you need to. And down here we have an adapter for charging, we have an extension cable for charging, and we have an HDMI cable, and then we have the camera itself. So that's it for this video. If you liked it, please drop a like. Leave a comment if you have a question about anything you see here or an idea for a future video. And lastly, please don't forget to subscribe and tell your friends about my channel so I can grow and help more of you guys out. I'm just helping you out. See you in the next video.